ready to start this thing or what, man? We over here. Of course, we got the breaking news. You know, we definitely got the breaking news. Definitely got the breaking news. Yeah, we're going to talk about a joint that I saw with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder. I think it was dope because they both was expressing two different points of view. You know, I hope Tony Yayo was just really talking, you know, to be on the other side, because a lot of what he said, it kind of sounded like he was swaying that he felt that Gucci Mane was right for going to the law because Gucci Mane is now, what they call it, a civilian, you know? So I'm going to play this joint here. We're going to get right to the point. I'm not going to waste it. Y'all come on in. Let's see what's going on. And yeah, let me get a movie. I'm going to put them on the big screen, right? I will put them on the big screen. Let's put them on the big screen real quick. All right. Now, this is what Tony Yayo breaking it in. He letting it be known as far as what's going on so that you can get a grip.
You know what I'm saying? Not with a record like FDO out. Nah.
This shit is corny, man. Free Pooh Shiesty, man.
Yeah, free Pooh Shiesty, free Big Dirty, free all their co-defendants.
Word up, man.
I know, but you know, like I said, are rappers turning into civilians now after a certain amount of money? Because that's what it's seeming like.
Put it in the comments.
Rappers are turning into civilians. Business is business. You heard him on the Breakfast Club say Keisha Kior handle all the business.
Put it in the comments.
No.
Yeah, she can handle your business. You don't lose your. You gotta let me. You don't lose your.
I understand. I'm not arguing with that. I'm just explaining to you that if Keisha Kior, his wife, handles all the business, right? She said that I'm mentally stable. I handle all his stuff. Sometimes, you know, medication.
She said all that. He's not mentally stable.
She was saying a lot of stuff on Breakfast Club, right?
Yo, you heard her say that he wasn't mentally stable? That's deep for her saying something like that. I mean, y'all put that in the comments. So he's not mentally stable, so that means she's controlling him. Is that what we're hearing here today? All right, let's ride. You know, we got to take a ride.
Let me finish. Because you make me lose my train of thought every time you do that.
I know she said he was mentally stable.
She says anything that gets signed or any business has to go through her. You can look that up, Eddie. Any business, any contract has to go through her. You think she's thinking about beef shit in business? If she handles all of the finances and the paperwork with him doing deals, right? Legally, of course she's gonna say, I'm gonna put my family over fucking Pooh Shiesty, and you know what? I want my ring back because my ring costs $50,000. That watch costs $100,000. We gonna claim that on insurance.
He's supposed to go get it back in blood, man.
Do you feel that Gucci Mane should have went and got it back in blood? Somebody let me know. Do you feel he should have got it back in blood, or he should have went the route that he's going as far as the paperwork, the police, and everything after he stood on his Gucci Mane? He'll never tell. Somebody let me know this in the comments. All right, let's keep this moving.
Shiesty voice.
He's not. We're not talking about Gucci.
She can't. That situation happened with Gucci. You bringing Keisha in it.
You're not letting
and
me
that's
finish.
Cool that you bringing Keisha in it. But even though she handled the business, he's the man, yeah.
I understand, but you're not. Gucci, I'm not. Listen, I'm not arguing with you. You act like I'm siding with what you're saying.
I'm saying that's Gucci.
I'm telling you, Ed. This is what he's not understanding. If his girl is saying he's not stable, he was on medication or whatever. Maybe
so it was revealed that he has like a mild case of schizophrenia and bipolar disorder.
Okay, there you go, right? Yeah. She on paper handles all the business, right? Eden is a civilian, right? Now, Eden, you're a civilian, right?
I'm a civilian, yeah.
Yes.
All right, period. You hear what he said? Eden is civilian, so Evan ain't got a goddamn business opening his mouth in a situation like this, and you in violation, Tony Yayo, by calling a civilian that never been on the side of the street that Pooh Shiesty on or Gucci Mane on. But you want their opinion to make a point. Don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. Stop it. We understand that when you get the bag and you become bob and you paying your taxes, you become legal. We understand that. But that don't mean that you have a right now to turn around and say, I'm a civilian, so I'm going to tell because something happened. You know, we don't do that. Let's take a ride. I'm going to take a ride because, I like to ride. I know old timers in my era that moved out of Brooklyn up to Long Island and out of Harlem, out to Jersey. But wherever they moved to, or even out of Harlem up to Mount Vernon, that's where Diddy and his pops went, right? But even after moving out to those places, because they started paying taxes and retired from the street game, not just drug game, street game. When they retire from that street game and they see a crime, hear about a crime, they don't tell about a crime. You could go rob and tie up a number runner even after he retired and he's not going to the police. Because he know that he's a part of the street. Big shout out to Wandy 47s, I use 777 at 47s. Right? Do you know that? Yeah, I know that Rudy passed. Rest in peace to Rudy Williams. A matter of fact, I got a Rudy joint in here right now. It's like he cued this joint in. Y'all, rest in peace. This is Rudy Williams that passed. I did time with him, and I hustled out there in Baltimore during that time with him. Me and my brother, when we first started, first place we went to was Baltimore. And then D.C., then, Virginia, and then North Carolina, and we moved on down the Eastern Seaboard. But I'm going to show you who Rudy Williams is. He just passed. Please put a rest in peace in the comments for Rudy Williams, man. All right? All right. And I'm going to tell y'all, that was Prince with him. Go check out Prince's YouTube channel. He just interviewed Joey Molino. I seen him interview Jay Prince. Go check out what us OGs are doing, because that's how we do. And he'll tell you this. When I sit back and I watch Prince, and whatever he do, if it's something that I could include to elevate that and make it better, I pick the phone up and I say, yo, Prince, you should tell your team to this, I don't sit back and hate and say, oh, another gangster coming out doing a joint, I'm mad. No, I want him to win because I know he want me to win. I got mad footage when I went down to Atlanta and I hooked up with Prince and Lou Sims. And we sat down in a little, I think Applebee's or something like that, and we filmed it. So I got mad footage for you, but, make sure you go check Prince joint out, man. You know what I mean? But let me get back to this, but rest in peace to Rudy Williams, all right?
You're a civilian, right?
Yeah.
Now, if your wife handles all the business because your shit mentally ain't right, and something like this allegedly happens with a robbery and jewelry and forcing them to sign a contract. She's not thinking about them niggas. She's thinking about her family.
Her name.
Stop.
And in the paperwork, in these police statements, her name ain't in that paperwork.
I know.
Stop right there. See, yo, listen. These are youngins under me. I've been going 26 years from 1993 to 2020. I heard about Uncle Murder doing the yearly wrap up. My son brought it to me. He all excited. My son's a big fan of Uncle Murder. And now I'm becoming a fan because I like the way you standing on it. I watched this whole podcast, so y'all going and tune in to The Real Report with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder, because that's how real dudes do. We don't act like you got to twist a dude's arm to say a dude's name. Go check out my man 050. Go check out Harlem Legend. Go check out 10 Toes Down. Go check out even Hassan Campbell. They go at it back and forth, but that's how they do. They bid. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, my man Zeke Black. We can keep going all day. My man Do Sims way out in California. A lot of us doing this, man, support each other, shout each other out, and show what it's about. You get on a big platform, don't say, I don't know the little man. You know what I mean? I got 152,000 subscribers, so I'm way above a lot of the names that I just mentioned. But their content is fire, and I want y'all to go check it out and get their numbers up there. That way they can shout me out and let me know, bop, bop, bop. And that's how this game's supposed to be played. But it ain't supposed to be that you run to the police. And I love how Uncle Murder checking it, and the whole show, you could tell that his spirit was down because he feel this for the culture. We understand that you're supposed to make the bag and get out of that and become a civilian, but you don't put yourself in a situation to be in street ways again, to have to make those choices while you're claiming civilian. So not knowing what went on, whatever Gucci did with that contract that Pooh Shiesty felt that he didn't want to be a part of, or maybe it's about the way he felt about Big Scar. Just keep it at 100. It may be the way that he felt about Big Scar. It might be the way he felt about him not coming to visit him, not being there on the first day out and having to shout out, you know, what is that, Gucci Mane? You know what I mean? I mean, Yo Gotti. Yo, you know? You understand where I'm coming from? So that's why we sit back and we look at both sides and watching both sides. It's crazy because it sounds like Tony Yayo is defending what Gucci did, knowing that Tony Yayo is from the street and with the biggest unit, G Unit. You with G Unit represent G Unit. We understand you got to play both sides. I'm playing both sides. But at the same time, I'm getting mixed messages if you really believe that what Gucci Man is doing is right. When he projected an image, he projected his brand and said he lived by it, died by it, told us in videos that he shot on Instagram that he'll never tell, he'll never go to the police. Showed Pooh Shiesty living with him, going to the studio with him in Atlanta with him, grinding with him, for them putting out those songs like they did for him to be who he is. You understand? So just from him doing that, Pooh Shiesty took it as Gucci Man, he one of us. I signed to a real label, he one of us. And he ignored it. So now he's saying he one of us, but then now he see him and they got a discrepancy. So Pooh Shiesty chose to handle it how he knew how to handle it, the same way he knows Gucci told him that he would handle it. You understand what I'm saying? That's where that's at. Right? So, you know, all right, so let's see what I Sound Hoodie said. This was a business meeting and Pooh went street. Gucci was a white executive. He wouldn't do that, right? Super facts. Pooh came home to catch, right, to crash out. All that still being signed to Gucci Man. You know, I love this comment. Thank you for that comment. Take it off because I'll leave it up. Leave it up. Let me sit back. All right, leave it up so they can see it. I love that comment because that's what this is about. We understand that it was a business meeting, but when you on the street, my nigga, when you on the street, this is how we do business meetings. Gucci Man should have came armed up. Gucci Man presented an image that he was like that. And he living like that, bout that, bout that. Big shout out to Master P. Take that off the screen now. Just so y'all understand. This is real life that we live in. Because somebody from the street make it over into the rap game, don't mean now they're a rapper. Y'all want to consider them as rappers, but they heart tell them that they still shiesty. And somebody violates shiesty, shiesty go get the Draco. Somebody violate Gucci Man, Gucci Man go get the Draco. We already know that he done caught a body. He done earned this teardrop. But because now he made a bag, he got a right to flip the script on the hood. He ain't just flipping it on Pooh Shiesty. He flipping the script on the hood. You making the hood look bad. You making the Suburbans have a voice. Gucci Man, you giving the dudes on the sidewalk that never thought about coming on the street a voice. And Tony Yayo, you just did it too. Asking this dude, I think you said name was Evan, what he think. You can't ask him nothing about what the streets with this Gucci Man Pooh Shiesty beef. This is nigga shit. And this ain't getting on them because I love the show. I watch it. I'm telling y'all, go check out the real report. But I seen a lot of things on there that Tony Yayo said that I don't agree with, but that might be, you know, the Siskel and Ebert they playing. You know, so if I speak on it, it ain't to Yayo unless Yayo say, yeah, this how I believe that Gucci Man was right for going to tell on Pooh Shiesty, because I'm going to tell you how it's supposed to go. And now this is how we ride at the Mecca. Check it out. You got this going on. Gucci Man, you projected the image. If y'all can't understand this ride, I don't know what to tell you. Yo, Gucci Man, you projected an image. You lived a lifestyle. You made a bag. I'm sure they robbed you in your contract too. But you being a real street trigger, you supposed to know that you make it better for the man behind you, because those are the ones that hold you up. I've been gone 26 years from the streets of New York City, and when I go in any party, club, drive down any block, walk in any bodega, I see somebody that know me and they give me my props. So the YouTube hating rat bastards, I don't care nothing about them. But y'all have to know the rules and the code, so hopefully you know not to choose the side that I screwed my life up and chose. That's what this is about. This is not about promoting Pooh Shiesty. This is about letting you understand Pooh Shiesty. Y'all sit here on the sidelines, y'all looking out. You don't know what it's like where we come from. You saw his mama, you saw his daddy went with the lick. But that don't mean Daddy was down with the lick. Daddy was there. He figured it was going to be a conversation, whatever they might rough him up, whatever they might do. But then when it got to that and the Draco came out, I'm sure Pops was like, oh, good. Like, what the hell I got myself into? So I know Pops wasn't with that. Then I hear things on the internet that Pops a CI, that he's a rat bastard. You know what I mean? I don't know if none of that true. I didn't see nothing yet because internet say everything. They said P. Diddy had minors and he was eating the bodies. And then the federal government, the greatest investigation force in the world, come in and they brought him in for buying penis for his girl. I mean, basically, that's what it came down to. But yeah, I ain't gonna front. I made a nice bag reporting off of P. Diddy with that foolishness. But I respected my lane and I kept it real and I stayed on. Let the facts play out. They even say, oh, you're defending Diddy. No, I'm saying give him his day in court. That's what the Constitution say. What Constitution are you saying that you feel that a man is guilty because he's charged? When the Constitution says he's not, and he's innocent until proven guilty. Like Pooh Shiesty. Gucci should have been on man time and let Pooh out of that contract if he wanted out, and whatever happened after that should have just handled it on the street. You know, good comment, Randall, you know, Henshaw. Leave that up there. Let me speak on that, Ron. Y'all put your comments up because I'm going to really answer these tonight because my people told me I need to be answering these comments because I just go on my joint and give you the jewels I got for you. But I'm going to respond to your questions and give you the jewels in that too. Now, he's saying that Gucci should have been on Man Time and let Pooh out of that contract. Man Time is Gucci feeding his family. Gucci said, I got one. I tricked him. I got him. And now Pooh Shiesty go to jail and he get with real men, you know, that done been there and done that. And they let him know, this is how you move, this is how you move. But the problem is, I was there for 26 years, so I've seen a lot of Pooh Shiesties come in. The problem is, Pooh Shiesty will come around us and he'll get a little game, and then he'll go back amongst his people and be Pooh Shiesty again. You understand? And that's the problem, because instead of sitting still to use that time to absorb the energy of the men, that's where you're at and beyond where you was at. Forget how much finances you got. We talking about mentally and understanding the street and the chessboard of life. So he didn't listen to enough, but he got just enough to come out and be on the right track. He talked himself into a $5 million contract per what Hernandez Govan said. And he had another $15 million on the table. So he definitely learned something, because he wasn't going after that before. You know, he wasn't going after that before. So I mean, I don't know how you play it or what you do with it, but it is what it is. You know? So my thing is, Gucci Man, you know, definitely, you know, should have just, you know, played his position and dealt with it where he told Pooh Shiesty he would deal with it at, on the street. You know what I mean? And that's what that's at. If you don't agree with something I said, put it in the comments. You know what I mean? We're going to put it in the comments if you don't agree with something I said. All right? Now, we finish hearing this Tony Yayo with this, man. I'm disappointed, but, you know, he got to pay Cisco and Ebert, so I ain't taking it personal.
No one ain't in the paperwork. I'm not blaming her, but what I'm saying is, who do you think is swaying his mind to being a new Gucci if you're a civilian? Oh, no, this is business. We gonna make money off him. That's why he's saying, yo, you went out like a crash dummy. You still signed to me? I want to be like Birdman and Cash Money. That's what
you're repeating these lyrics too much for me. I don't.
Word, you repeating it like you like it or something, fam. You know what I mean? Rock Fresh 1993. Big shout out. You know, that's all we give you. You know, we don't do no flip-flops over here. We don't care about you calling them chiclatas or cumclatas or umclapas. We don't wear flip-flops as men on the street. And if your woman with you and she got them on, even though you someplace safe, you better be ready to watch her back, because that's your prize. Get it home safe. Somebody start busting and she running. She got on a flip-flop. She done scrape the big toe. In Jamaica, we say bucking to her. So she done buck out to her, she run no. No, you have to nurse out to her back to health. But you can take off them damn flip-flops and wait till we get in our beach house. You know, tell them what it is. You know, yeah, yo, that's the talk I like when he talk about how he overseas, he eating his fancy food. But Uncle Murder on your ass today. You know what I mean? I'm feeling Murder today, man. One up for Murder. Let's go.
You act like I like the record.
I'm not feeling.
He sound like Gucci, a civilian.
But he can't. You can't sound like a civilian after being a gangster for 20-some years.
Talk to
him because some street shit happened to you.
Well, my point
That's what I'm saying. Some street shit happened to this nigga.
Agree.
Now he want to sound like a civilian, and now niggas want to try to push the narrative on some Keisha shit.
Who's pushing
him or whoever they try to say? Keisha making them do it.
Look. No, I'm telling you. Look, I'm not saying nobody's making them do it, right? I'm just telling you that. In the real world, you have street shit and you have people that don't care.
See what he say when he say in the real world. You know what I mean? Yo, listen, no disrespect. Wherever you stand and you feel that the world that you're in, from where your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and culture, freedom, power, refinement, equality, God, build, be a born. And now you got the cipher. But where they at, they feel they right. Because you there, you call that the real world. They think that, like Jerry Seinfeld said, you in the bizarro world, talking about he was supposed to go to the police after he know this is a street thing. So what he making, big money that you now label legal money? So that give him a right to go telling on his comrade when he wouldn't want his comrade telling on him. And yes, Pooh Shiesty was a comrade all the way up until he pulled a pistol and then he became an ops. Deal with your ops proper. Put that back up. I'm going to get to that. You know what I mean? Man time. Honoring your agreements, contracts. You already know, Unique Make Audio NYC, where do you stand on this? Should Gucci throw it all away for street code or handle business like a businessman? Thank you, Edo Cheesy, for even asking that, right? Edo G, right? Listen, no one is telling them to throw it away, but no one is telling them to go to the police. So I'm not saying go shoot them up, go get even. You understand? But Gucci, man, take this shit off my face now. Gucci, man, that, we don't do that. We don't go to the police. It didn't start in the street. Listen, man, when they murdered my brother, 2 to the head, I didn't run to the police for help. The police came to me asking me for help to solve my brother's murder. And I let them know the justice you want to give him is not the justice I want to give his unalivers. So we're talking about apples and oranges here. So I'm not saying Gucci should go out and go clap him and do this. But Gucci definitely ain't supposed to go do that, talk about he running to no police. So y'all turning apples and oranges to do 2 different questions. Should he go to the police or should he tell? Come on, put it in the comments. Let me know if I said something. Matter of fact, turn the phone number on. Hear the phone number. Let me read that. All this could have been dead if Gucci did Poochie like who that Jermaine's did finesse FDO. Oh, okay. Hold up, man. Hold up. I got the number up there. I need somebody to call in, let me know what up, right? Why they are 47s, good looking. Mecca is the definition of gangster knowledge, and kids, y'all need to listen and learn. I did 10 years. They need to listen. I'm telling them the real. This is how it is. Listen, somebody rob you, either you kill them or you leave it alone. Either you get your get back or you leave it alone. And I'm not promoting violence. I'm just saying how it is on the street. That's why I say it's that serious. You don't belong on the street. Stay off the street. Then you can say, oh, that trick about Unique Make Audio, he crazy even talking like that. But keep your ass on the sidewalk. Our parents, even my parents, tried to keep us on the sidewalk. Don't you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, that you need to do the right thing and don't put yourself in that situation to say, now I made X amount of dollars, so I got every right to tell on everybody and anybody I want because I'm the new Gucci man. If y'all believe in that crap, put it in the comment. And yeah, I said crap. Don't sit there and project the image, and then when it's time to stand on that image, you flip the script and now you're doing cartwheels and making rat songs. These young dudes got to learn to be patient and read those contracts. Gucci probably haven't even got what he invested in that dude. Yeah, they said Gucci made 25 million, so I don't know what that comment is, but thank you for the comment. All right, yo, what up?
What's up, Peace? Back
Peace.
to T-Dog-818.
All right.
What's up? On the Pooh Shiesty stuff, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, we all our own, but here's my issue. At what point do you give up that gangster life? Now, some people are going to stay in it forever, but I'm saying at Gucci's age, we know he dodged the bullet with that Jeezy situation. And so I could say you got out now, and let's say somebody, blah, 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 in a business thing now. This is business. Because when you mix in, for me, a gangster is a person that uses violence as a business tool. versus a thug that uses it as a social tool. So at what point do you begin to escape the streets? Or do you say, hey, I'm gangster for life. I know I'm going to end up in prison and, live that lifestyle.
All right, let me answer that real quick, what I'm hearing. Right? Bottom line is, so you fully understand where I'm coming from. No one is saying Gucci should crash out. But if Gucci's not going to crash out, he's not supposed to be going to the damn police either. End of story. Thank you for your call. What up, family? Who this? Where you calling from? You being recorded. Don't call here if you don't want the real. What's up?
It's the real. This Wandy, man. What's going on, Unique, man?
What up, family?
How you, man? We just been shouting you out, man. You about to reel us on the line right now, man.
Because I'm letting them know what it is. Come on, man.
Yeah, I already know.
Listen, man, no one is saying Gucci should crash out. What I am saying is if you ain't going to crash out, leave it alone and don't bring the law involved.
Yes.
You lost that. That happened. Hold on. Let me go, son. Somebody calling. You want to hear this. That happened the same time back in the day with Easy-E, Jerry Heller, because they talking about white people don't do that. White people don't do that. They don't rob white people. Shiesty wouldn't have did that if Gucci was white. Come on. If Gucci was right, right? If Gucci was white, let's just take this. Bottom line is Gucci presented himself as one of Shiesty's peers. Anybody put in the comment, tell me I'm wrong. You don't think Gucci let Shiesty know you coming to the right label? I know how to treat you. I'm from the street. I done got a teardrop on my eye, an ice cream cone. I mean, come on, dog. You don't think that's how their relationship went? Then put this in the comment. Keep that comment up there, but put in the comment and bring that back to the comment, and we're going to move it around. But right now, I want you to put in the comment on the screen because I want y'all to put in the comment right now. Right? All that damn talking, and can you believe I forgot what the mother I was going to say? Hey, y'all. But this is crazy because it's like I'm in the bizarro world even explaining this shit because I'm thinking for where, I'm at and the people I be around, we already know that Gucci dead wrong for going to the police, man. You rob somebody from the street, they don't go to the police. That's that. It don't matter if now you 25 million, 100 million at stake. If you worrying about what's at stake, that means that your morals and principles are for sale. If you worrying about how much money Gucci gonna lose and this and that, listen, no disrespect. I love my children, my children's mothers and everybody. But before I even met them, I made an oath to the streets. And I honor my oath. So now I meet them and life is moving on. And I'm young and I'm still trying to get it. I'm stuck in that street mentality. I get picked up, me and my man, we always together. My man do a robbery. I'm going to tell you a true story. I wasn't going to put me in a situation. But let's take a ride. Now, check it out. I'm with my man, right? It's two of them. The two of them is out there, and everybody know them as Mike and Bob. Here go Bob. Mike and Bob robbed this one. Mike and Rob broke in this house. Mike and Rob done, broke in this car. And then, go lay down, Kilo. Man, Kilo don't scare me. Then Mike and Rob, they go break in the house. But this time, Mike, is chilling with his girl. Bob is out. But Bob catches a murder. And then you got Mike chilling with his girl. Everybody's always saying it's Mike and Bob. So here go Mike leaving his girl's house that same night after chilling with her. They pick him up and they charged him because the witnesses said it was Mike and Bob. And Mike wasn't even there. It was just Bob. But Mike can't tell the police it wasn't me, it was Bob. So being that Mike kept it real, he wound up getting a life sentence for Bob. And that's called being gangster. If that sounds stupid to you, you on the right track. Because that's stupid. That's beyond stupid. But I just want y'all to see how real it is. But when we on the street, this is what we stand by. This what y'all call stupidity. Y'all on the sidelines, some of y'all ain't never been on the street. But you want to speak about matters of the street and decisions and choices of the street? Let's see what BK Finest Sunset said. Street code, aka honor and morals, shouldn't change because you're not in the streets anymore. That's you as a man for life. Listen, good point. Like I said, I know old number runners. That's who we looked up to because they were the first ones to retire back in the 70s time era, you know, when I was growing up. These number runners, you run up in their house, like I said before, and tie them up and do whatever. They're not calling the police and said it was Johnny. Either they're going to send somebody at them because they retired. Some of them would even go. You understand? Or they're going to leave it alone and take the loss. But they got their honor in check. But now we're talking about a lot of money, 25 million, 100 million. How many of you honor is for sale to say I want my 25 million? So I'm going to tell on this dude. I'm not letting him off the contract like that. I want my 25 million. Yo, dog, he got the ups on you. The same way you got the ups on people when you was in the street, Mr. Gucci Mane. You got the ups on them. You got away clean. You didn't expect them to call the police and they come and grab you 3 months later. How would you feel if one of them did that to you? Official, media king, right? 9874. Gucci gonna do what his handler, his wife, tell him to do. But the crazy part of that is one day Gucci may wake up out of that. You know what I mean? He might wake up out of that and fight all that, Oprah off and, the voodoo and whatever else you want to call it, that everybody is speculating that's on him because Oprah is real. Just so on the normal chat boat, Oprah is real. But anyway, let's get back to, my man up here.
Care about that shit.
Yeah.
She's a person that obviously don't care about that shit. She made him not care about that shit. That's what I'm saying. Because if his niggas was around, right? If his niggas was around, they would have told him, nah, you can't do that. His niggas obviously ain't around. Because they say 87% of men that have a girlfriend forget about their friends.
And
that
is
nigga
that
ain't
right?
got his friends around. She's in his ear saying, duh. So the narrative that she's on the Breakfast Club saying, yo, I run this, I run that, I signed the business. He's not mentally straight to do it. There's times where I had to do stuff. He went to the hospital. There's times where I had to sign contracts. I keep it going. She's saying, fuck these niggas. We want our money. There's no narrative. I'm just telling you.
Well, he went and signed them statements as looking like they got Pooh Shiesty.
And I'm not agreeing. Look, and I'm not agreeing with that at all.
I said he went and laid them vocals down. She ain't laid them fucking vocals down in that studio.
No, she was in the studio putting a battery in the back.
Them vocals you just spit, all that shit there, all that, whatever the fuck he said.
I wasn't spitting.
All that shit he said. All I'm trying to say is she ain't say those lines. She ain't say those fucking lines. He went in that studio and wrote them lines. She ain't his ghostwriter. So that nigga thought of all that sucker shit to say on them records and said that shit. That's all I'm saying, brother. Is he did some sucker shit, and even if she got in his head, fuck all that. No, I'm just saying because I don't like when sucker shit happen like that. And I feel bad for Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 and all them niggas and all them niggas that Gucci misled. You know how many niggas that nigga misled? for these years I had out here banging and doing all this street shit, selling drugs, killing niggas and doing all this crazy shit. And now he a rat, now he a civilian because his niggas ain't around. Get the fuck out of here, man. Gucci a sucker. Man. That shit he did was some sucker shit, nigga. And ain't no excuse for it. His girl now, his niggas ain't around. Nah, he was out here having niggas going crazy. He went in that record. His girl ain't write that record for him. His girl ain't write that record for him.
Look, brother.
His girl ain't, she might have, his girl ain't write that record for him.
You gotta let me talk, brother. You gotta let me talk.
You've been talking. You gotta let me talk. I'm talking. I'm getting my point out right now. You was just talking, however I'm expressing myself, I'm expressing it, brother. Let me talk though, my nigga. You just talk for 10 minutes straight. It's my turn. I'm telling you the shit that Gucci did. I'm telling you the shit that Gucci did. I'm telling you the shit that Gucci did, nigga.
I don't condone that either, nigga.
And you trying to tell me something?
I'm telling you.
I don't give a fuck about that. That nigga had niggas out here wailing for years. That nigga did some sucker shit. And I just said I agree with you.
Go check out the Real Report. I love this.
You're screaming in the camera right now.
I want to scream in the camera. I'm talking. I don't have to calm down. I'm getting my point across.
Tell him again.
Now I'm talking, and I'm letting the people know how I feel about the Gucci situation. And that's how I feel about it. I don't feel there's no passes, no excuses. So I'm not gonna sit up here and give you no fucking scenario about Keisha and this and no. The nigga did some sucker shit. She don't write his lyrics. He went in that studio and laid them lyrics down himself. He wrote those bars and all that shit was some corny shit, Gucci. It was some sucker shit.
And I agree.
Free Pooh Shiesty and Big
I'm not condoning nothing that. I'm just telling you that.
Freedom.
Hey, yo, enough of that. Yo, I love the way he let him know he shut that down. Yo, Murder, you get a round of applause. He gets a round of applause. Murder shut that down. Oh, now stop it. Relax, y'all. Hey, yo, listen, man. Dude on the street, in the street, rapping about the street, busting his gun in the street, claiming the street. Now he made $1 million. Now he make $100 million. Now all of a sudden he got a right to tell because he made $100 million. No, you get away from the street and you isolate yourself as far as you can. You keep going back. You signed about as much as 30 gangsters out the South. So you want to stay in the fire, and then when you get burnt, you want to run to the police? Where they do that at? Go get the dude that made the beat for you. What's his name? Beethoven? You know what I mean? Go get somebody that do Beethoven type music. Go do it. Go get a Beethoven. Go get somebody that does opera. But don't go digging in the trenches and misleading these youngins to believe that you one of them. And then when they treat you like one of them because they felt that you violated them like one of them, then that's what it is. Somebody tell me I'm saying something wrong right now. That's all I want to know. You tell them I'm a lion too. Do this, I'm going to do that too. If I see an opportunity to score a lick, I'm going to score a lick. But the whole time, Pooh Shiesty sitting there talking about, yeah, but he don't know Gucci Man telling him, if I see you as a chance to score a lick, I'm going to get my shot. And Gucci bust that gun, and now Pooh Shiesty finds out the gun was bust. So now Pooh Shiesty come back to bust his gun. But Gucci Man was busting his gun with the pen, with the contract. And Pooh Shiesty's over here, and he's saying, oh, no, this is what I'm doing now. I'm a businessman. I got a wife. I got kids. I got bills to pay. But Pooh Shiesty's like, but I thought you was one of us. And then you got Keisha in his ear. Boy, you crazy, no blood, cleat. You think y'all gonna make me screw off everything me get? You go to jail, you only give me a look $1 million. But tell me look $1 million into $33 million. I know y'all come back and y'all tell me, say, y'all go after madman. You don't know, say the boy Pooh Shiesty a madman. This is how Keisha talk though, man. You don't know, say Pooh Shiesty a take that off my blood clot face. You know, hear me on top? Yo, you don't know Pooh Shiesty a madman. You're not madman no more. You're never a madman like that. That's why I was able for TM you. Me see it in you say that you'll work with the police. That's why I'm going to choose you. I'm going to take you, look, $1 million. I'm turning to talk to $3 million. We don't groom you this blood, clean, fire. I know y'all talk to me like said, you are going to stand up on me. Boy, is you crazy for me? Shut your box. You know? And that's when he said, you right, Keisha. You know, you right. Let me go to the studio. I'm going to fix this. And she said, no. When you go to the studio, you make sure you remember everything that I told you. Remember, because he had you under the rest is why you signed that. So you put that in the rap that he had you under rest. You clear yourself to make sure we could get that insurance money. To make sure we keep this contract. If they offered him $15 million for a contract, before this, and now he threw a Greco in your face and it's all over the news. It even made the national news. We're going to get an easy $50 million. And you can give him a little $15 million, let him die for the rest of his life. Let him spend his 30 years spending $15 million. And we get the 50 and keep it moving. Now take your ass in the studio like you said. Let's get this right. We ain't gonna play no games. And let it be known that he's a crash dummy. And you, my hubby, give me a hug, Gucci. You know what I mean? Oh, my bad. Give me a hug, Roderick. You know, let's keep this moving, man. Cause you know, I like to ride. You know?
My point is, a lot of rappers are turning into civilians, like I said.
And
I'm far from a fucking civilian, my man. You know that. I've been through wars, nigga. More than half of these rappers.
All right, stop. You're far from civilian. You've been through wars. Now let me ask you, Tony Yayo, if that was you and you signed someone and they came to you to get out the contract and put a Draco in your face for you to sign to get off the contract, Tony Yayo, not picking sides, not on you, just answer the question. Would you go to the police? Let's keep this moving.
Rappers in the game. Wars, nigga.
All right, so stop giving
wars.
Stop sounding like you giving
No, I'm telling you that he's a civilian.
From this point on, stop it. From this point on, he's not no damn civilian. From he bust his gun to earn his teardrop, he from the street. It don't matter how much money he made. When you say dude from the street can't make 100 million off the street, because he got 100 million or 5 million or whatever million you feel that made him as a civilian, you tell me what part of that gave him the right to now tell on somebody that got him the same way he got others. Remember, there's a hooker out there named Karma. Never forget Karma. She's standing there waiting for you patiently. And she just came back to get Gucci Man by sending Pooh Shiesty to test his gangster. And as we see, we're watching his gangster unfold. That was a gangster image to sell records, to make the 100 million, to be on the side he always wanted to be on, because who you are. So he's on the side he wants to be on. Gucci is comfortable there. Gucci has always been there from he was making those songs about sliding. You don't just wake up one day and say, I got a wife, I'm on the other side. You don't just wake up one day and say, I got 100 million, I'm on the other side. You say, no, I'm on my side and I got 100 million and I'm staying out of everybody's way so I don't have to get caught up in that foolishness to have to make a choice for robbing a young gangster that's going to take it to the street when he come. Now you waving that you was smart enough to have the pen for your weapon when he had the pistol for his weapon. So now you're rubbing it in his face that nah, I got you. You still signed to me. That's some creep shit, my nigga. I'm just telling you some real shit. You did what you had to do. You always been on that side. You know, this is not to disrespect you. This is just to tell you, no matter what, when, regardless how you feel about it or whatever. Matter of fact, let me put my mother number on the screen. If it's something you feel that I'm saying wrong, no disrespect, not no challenge, I talk aggressive, feel free to call me. if you're allowed to call, so you can hear the way it really is. As far as what I know and everyone else know, Gucci Man is that trigger from the street. Young dudes screwed their lives up for you. We understand you trying to crash that image, as you should. But claim it, that's always been you. You used this lane to get where you had to go. Like that other rapper said, you know, F the streets. Now you done made 100 million, F the streets. You know, and then had to come back and clean that up. Remember, the internet catch everything in real life time. We know that's not how the young man meant it, but that was just a figure of speech in the hood, F the streets. But YouTube ran with it that he was figuratively saying that. And that's crazy. You know? Yeah, come on, man. Yo, what up?
Yo, Unique, fam, what's good?
What's good, yo?
And this young Don, man, calling all the way from Seattle, man.
Oh, man, Seattle, Washington. I remember I was in C-Tech out in Seattle when they took me out to Lone Park at the airlift.
I just got out of FDC, man.
Then you already know C-Tech. Round of applause to C-Tech. I was locked up in C-Tech out in Seattle, Washington. Round of applause to C-Tech. You know what I mean? Yo, and I had my homies coming from Alaska. They had to come through C-Tech in order to get, on the soil. Right or wrong, son?
That's right. That's right to the motherfucker. There's hella niggas coming through that motherfucker from Alaska. 924C is the thing they standing on that motherfucker right now.
And that's what I watch the cussing with the MFs, family. But
my fault, family.
All right. But that's what I'm talking about. Just because I'm doing YouTube, don't look at me as a YouTuber. I'm far from a YouTuber. That's why I don't do videos every day, because a lot of the crap that I see on for me to respond would make me feel like I was ratting in my heart. Yeah. And that be what's in the algorithm.
Yeah.
Just like last week. Hold on. Let me say this, right? Just like last week, I'm not defending nobody. I don't do none of that, right? But just like last week, a week before, whatever, they was on one of the channels that I'll be watching, one of the New York homies, 050, where they was trying to say some negative things about the man. When everybody that was saying something negative about that man had that man's number and a means to get in touch with that man is the only point that I'm making. We have to stand strong. Put your number on the screen. The dude got a beef with you. Let him call you. Y'all try and rectify it. You can't rectify it on the phone. You meet up in person so you can rectify it however you want to go. Meaning if it go left and you want to punch a dude in the face, you punch him in the face. If you want to shake hands, you shake hands. But you don't get on here and put, serious business like that, which is just accusations, because there's obviously no charges. So that's all I'm saying about that. And, I'm just keeping it 100, man, because I watch, like I said, all my little New York homies. You know what I mean? And I say little homies because I got kids their age.
Yeah.
I got grandkids some of their age that I'll be watching. Yeah. So, that's what it is, man. You good, though? You got a question real quick so I can get back to this? I like to keep it moving.
Man, I just wanted to say big ups to you, man. I've been watching your channel for a minute, you know what I'm saying? I done seen the interview with you and Kevin Child, everybody, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing. You came back home, you know what I'm saying, looking good. You doing your thing, man. I just wanted to give you big ups, man. Show you some love.
I appreciate that. Round of applause to you. Round of applause to you.
Love. That's all love, family.
All right, you know what it is. All right, one.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? I answer my phone even when I'm not on a live. I got people calling me all the time saying, you live? But yo, this joint here is so funny to me because it do sound like Tony Yayo is, defending Gucci Man, but I know Tony Yayo, ain't cut from that cloth that Gucci Man representing right now. Because, yo, when you got, man. Yo, the nigga got you. That bottom line, Shiesty got you. End of story. You know what I mean? You either got to wear that or go to war. It ain't no third option of going to the police, man. You know what I mean? Yo, what up? You being recorded, son. I'm on live. Yeah.
No doubt. This is Biz, man. I'm calling about this Gucci situation, man.
Yeah.
My thing is, right, this cat, I left a comment in the comments, said, just like Fred Hampton yelling out white power.
Yeah.
Giving this message out about all this, and now you flip at the end. I don't care how much money you make. That's before dishonor. You're giving this code out, and now you just gonna break it. I ain't feeling it.
You're right.
I mean,
you're on it.
And I ain't gonna front in the comments. I was kind of getting a little upset because this unique like an audio page, man. These cats talking about, oh, nah, Shiesty the one that did it. Nah, Shiesty standing on business. He's Gucci in the same lane he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the image he projected.
In the battlefield, you feel me?
Yeah.
And now you don't call them, excuse my language, you don't call the police. That's out of bounds.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's all I had to say, unique. Know what I mean?
Nah, and you're right though. That's the whole point that I'm making. Gucci presented himself to not only the world, but y'all put it in the comments right now if you think Gucci Man said that if something happens, I'm going to the police. You think Gucci Man told Pooh Shiesty in his face at any time, forget at the beginning of the sign, even when they was working, that if something happened, I'm going to the police?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Because Shiesty ain't no fool. He wouldn't have went. He wouldn't have. That's like me jumping over to the YMCA and doing something crazy. Nah, we stay in our lane.
Yeah.
If you on the basketball court, we gonna play ball. I mean, I'm not gonna jump on a football field. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's nuts, brother. It's nuts, man. But I gotta float, man. It's an honor, unique, man. You be good, brother.
I appreciate you tapping in, man. You know what it is. You
Absolutely. 100.
Hey, y'all put in the comment, the numbers up there. Let me let you hear the intro for a minute, man. Maybe this liven y'all up. My bag. Like I said, definitely go check out The Real Report with Tony Yayo. I like that joint. I like the way they broke it down. I love the way Tony Yayo played like Sisbird, and then you got you got Ebert over there with Uncle Murder, where they don't agree, but they agree to disagree because they don't take what they say personal. I'm looking for somebody to do my own podcast that got that type of personality, where if I tell them straight up, Gucci Man is a sucker, bottom line, he shouldn't have went out like that. He ran with the streets, was a part of the streets because he made X amount of dollars. Don't give him a pass to do what he want to do and turn in a man that get the ups on him when he done got the ups on many men. You know what I mean? You can't have it both ways. If I'm wrong, my number's on the screen. Stop the bull crap. Keep it moving, because we riding. All right.
When Gucci Man is a civilian.
Okay.
That's it.
No.
When he made the song, that's my point. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm just telling you that at this point, does the song make him a fucking civilian? Yes.
Whoa, how does the song with him ratting make it a civilian? No, the song makes him a rat bastard. They investigating the case, man. They investigating the case. And he's making a song after he made a statement. The feds even told the world that they only talked to Gucci Man and the victims the night of the incident. And then 4 months later, 90 days later, now they come with an indictment and still haven't even talked to them. That's because they're confident that they got a bunch of rat bastards. But y'all want to label them as civilians because they're telling. No. Gucci Man was supposed to pay every man off in the crew to shut the hell up and either handle it or leave it alone. And I'm not saying that he should have handled it. He could have left it alone. Let's go. You read me caught it. Let's go.
Yo, Mecca, what it do, man?
What it do?
Hey, just checking in with you, bro. I'm with you on this shit. Oh, my bad. I'm with you on this.
Yeah.
Gucci Man, a straight sucker for that, bro. You know
Word.
what I'm saying?
You know?
I don't care how much bread he done made.
Thank you. Because you made $1 billion. Yo, Diddy's not a civilian. That's why he went to trial. Right. Diddy's the real gangster. Y'all want to talk crap about Diddy. Diddy went to trial for RICO and sat there the whole time, had his whole sex capades exposed.
Chin up.
And never folded.
Never folded. Gucci a sucker for that, bro.
And they were trying to take every business that he owned.
Yeah, true story.
And Gucci Man just worried about Pooh Shiesty little 100 million to start, because Pooh Shiesty gonna make $1 billion off that Pooh Shiesty mask. Nike get a hold of that. Nike get a hold of that Pooh Shiesty joint, and it's a wrap.
Right.
But they already got the Nike tech that all these young boys is wearing. Now when they put the Pooh Shiesty design on that joint,
you right. It's gonna go up.
Dude, that's $1 billion for ski masks. Yes, even in the summer they wearing them. They put Shiesty joint and make it a Nike joint. Dude want the official, and then they're going to have the Pooh Shiesty Nike tech.
Right.
The Pooh Shiesty Nike sneakers and travel fox and what they call them? Beef and broccolis.
Right.
Pooh Shiesty ain't never even been to New York where it got 10 below. But he got his own beef and broccolis. Go lay down, Kilo. Go lay down. Kilo, go lay down, man. I'm busy. You see this damn dog, man? He worse than a hooker. You know what I mean? No matter how much you tell your girl to go lay down, she always want to be into something. But that's why you love her, because you need that little sporadic, affection. Kilo, go lay down, man.
I just got mine, so I already know where you at with it.
Go lay down, Kilo. Go lay down. Get outside. Go outside.
On another note, Unique.
Yeah.
If they roll with me, they ain't doing no telling neither.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, listen.
They were the police before.
Listen, man. Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all this now, right? If anybody get in my car with me, you know what I mean? If they got weed or I got weed, something simple like that, you claiming it. If you not claiming it, don't get in my car. So I'm saying publicly on YouTube, I got too much to lose. If they pull us over for some bullfit bud, I don't care if it's my bud, your uncle bud, your pet monkey Bubbles bud, let's keep this 100. All right? And that, am I right or wrong? Somebody let me know, son.
True story. Facts. That's facts.
And you know what I'm gonna tell her? Put in the comments. And here go the number. Call in. Hey, yo, good looking, son. Let me get back to this.
Unique.
Already. One, son. Yeah, so that's where we at, man. We got to finish riding.
The whole shit.
It is cool. If he want to be civilian, cool. He can stay on the sidewalk. That's it.
It's a bad look.
Yes.
Bad look for the coach.
Yeah. Why you get mad at me?
I just need to make sure you with me. It's a bad look for it. It's a bad look. Did he disappoint you?
Yes.
Okay, I just need to make sure.
All right.
What I'm saying to you, if you're not mentally stable, right? And your girl is pillow talking to you like, I'm the boss. That I feel like it's not me wrong saying I feel like that's more of her decision for her family. That's what I'm saying.
That might have played a part in it.
A major part. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I still feel like he got the man up. At the end of the day, he was not.
There you go.
I agree that. What did I just say? 87% of men that have a girlfriend stop fucking with his niggas. He's married, man. And it's cool. You could be grown, fuck with your wife, but you need, your nigga, your homie advisors.
You gotta have the crew around you, man.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, yo, stop the bull crap, man. Stop the bull crap. This is what I see going on, right? With all the youngins that I see around me, they get a girl and they feel like their girl got a right to tell them what to do. Like their girl have a right to be their mother. But yet they're paying the bills and they're the breadwinners and they're giving the woman the power to make the decisions that change the future generation's course. When the man is supposed to make the choice. Gucci Man had the baddest label ever. You know what I mean? He had the 1017, he had Pooh Shiesty. I came home, I'm all the way from New York City. I was bumping Pooh Shiesty. I was bumping Polo G, Lil Durk. You know what I mean? I was all over the place with it just to keep it moving. Yo Gotti, I would listen to him in the joint. A lot of my Southern friends put me on Yo Gotti, Kevin Gates. You know, that's what I was listening to. My old heads get in the car with me. They want to listen to Nita Baker. Man, I want to hear some Pooh Shiesty. I want to hear some Lil Durk. That's where I was at, just to let you know. But we elevate past that. We understand that Gucci Man elevated past that. And Gucci Man is making the right decision as a civilian. But Gucci Man could never be a civilian because he started out from the ground up, made his money from the ground. He made his money from the ground, made his money from the ground, made his money from the ground. So you eating from the ground, but you don't want to respect the ground? If y'all don't understand the words that are coming out my mouth, I don't know what to tell you, man. What up? Tell him where you from. You got to talk to him, 'cause I'm getting pissed the hell off.
Hello?
Yeah.
Is this Unique?
Yeah, this Unique. What's up? You live. You're being recorded. I'm on a live right now.
Well, okay. I don't mind being recorded. I ain't going to send them out the way anyway.
All right, good. So what's up? What's your comment? Because I'm heated right now.
Okay, well, I don't want you to get heated, man, okay?
Yeah.
I read a documentary on you where you said you out of New York.
Yeah.
You said that you had got busted with $1 million. Is that true?
Yeah, the police took $1 million from me one day, and you know, that's New York though, you know? And that's what I'm saying. Listen, right? I'm glad she even asked that. The police took $1 million, my first $1 million. I wasn't no millionaire. My first $1 million, I was moving from point A to point B, and I just bought a charcoal gray Mercedes-Benz 300E from the homie that brought it to the homie that I just started doing business with up on Broadway. So those that know what I'm talking about is real. I got $1 million in the trunk. Police pulls me over, and they ask me 2 questions. You want to go down to the station with this $1 million, or you want to go home safely tonight? What you think I said to him when he said that? Put it in the comments.
Well, the comment is that you in the streets, so you looking at it like this. I might as well let them have that because I can always get some more money.
There you go. Exactly.
That makes sense. But I do admire one thing about you, and I wanted to call you and let you know this. I had a lot of respect for you. I like the way you took care of your mother, you know?
Man, my mama 91. My mama waited for me every morning. My mama got in the mirror at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I got in a dusty prison metal steel mirror. And I held up a picture of my mother, and she held up a picture of me. And we both said a prayer that we will unite and come together before we leave this earth. And my mother waited for me. I came home, she was 86. She get ready to be 91, man. Round of applause to my mama. You know? Hold up, they can't hear you. I'm doing my round of applause for my mama. Okay, what was it you said?
I got a lot of respect you took care of her.
Oh, and I'm still taking care of her till her last breath.
Yeah. And I like the way you looked out for your brother too. When you told me y'all had an apartment bill where y'all was doing business, and you used to always look out for your brother and stuff before he got killed.
Man, yeah, let me get off the phone. You're about to get me emotional, man. You know too much about me. Thanks for calling in, man. All right. Hey, yo, that's what I'm saying. You know, a lot of things I shared was just really for my therapy. You know, the number on the screen work. You could call in if you want to call in. But what I'm saying is, though, you know, I'm no longer in the street. I ain't no gangster. I ain't no none of that. But I'm always going to be a gangster. Like they always say that President Obama will always be the president. Like they say the ex-president. Well, even though we exes, we still gangsters. So you know who we are, right? So that's where we at with that. So you can fully understand, right? Now, let's get back to this here, man. Let's ride. You know, I mean, like, what do you really think about this, though, man?
I feel like that was a family decision from his wife, Keisha. And I met his wife, Keisha. Nice lady.
A family decision to rap. He said he felt that it was a family effing, no matter of fact, he felt that it was a family mother effing decision to rap. How the hell could you have a family decision to rap? Yo, you got a family decision. No, it's a man's decision to say, I'm the man. The kids got my last name. I don't want them to go to their grave with their daddy labeled a rat. And then Keisha said, "We are talking about, why you lose your blood to clean mine?" She don't let me chat to you now. That boy never come home and can't hurt you no more. He can't pay nobody no money unless you give him money. So if you give the boy, it's way man for pay somebody for trying to kill you. So you keep the money minimum where y'all go give him. So him can't have enough for do nothing, but him just have enough for feed him baby mother them. See, that's what Keisha telling him, man. Just so you understand, right? I'm just how Jamaican female work. So now, Gucci man, but yeah, ma, I'm Gucci man. My honor, my name, everything is on this. And she said, boy, is you crazy? You can't take your blood clot name to the bank without no money behind it. You have to have some zero behind your name. But baby, if I screw my name up, I can't get no zeros behind it. You can get anything you want behind it because everybody out there watch up on YouTube or watch this, I tell you, if I go run and crash out, them a fool. Them not gonna help you. Them not gonna do that if them they in your situation. And he's like, but he said, boy, shut up your mouth. But Keisha, shut up your mouth. Me not take before me shut you a box. You know what I mean? Before me shut her a box. You know? I saw them chat, right? So now Gucci man, but what you want me to do? Do it in the desk, boy. Go to the studio and go make some music, man. Go tell them everything. Go confess on a record. Confess. Confess on a record, man. They're not gonna love you when they're done, man. By the time you're done, we'll make $1 billion. We'll be like Jay-Z and them, but we're not gonna catch up in a sex scandal because we know so you love me and you're there. That's a strong woman. She has a plan. And I'm not sitting here saying that her plan is wrong. You know what I mean? If a female came at me with a plan like that, my choice would be that her plan was wrong. But I can't judge Gucci man to say that him deciding to fold over and lick his nuts, you know what I mean, and roll over on Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 and the crew that got the ups on him because he came with a video camera, was sleeping, not realizing how serious the street take this because he's been so detached from the street. You understand what I'm saying? Where we at? Yeah, I've been on here long enough though, man. What time is it? It's only 10:30, right? Yo, y'all ready to go? But let's put some comments up here. Let's get some comments on the joint. Then I'm out. All right, let's get some comments up here. Let me answer some of these comments. Been up here a little hour. I'm gonna start doing a show in the morning time by like 9, 10 in the morning. 9, 10 in the morning. I'm gonna start doing a little morning show. And then the evening, about 6, 7 o'clock, I'm gonna do another joint. You know what I mean? Let me see. All right. Eve didn't convince Adam to bite the apple in one day. I heard she nagged him for years, maybe 1,000 years. How do you know that? Adam didn't just take it right from the first time. But that's a good analogy. You know what I mean? But I don't think Keisha had to push Gucci too far. For him to go as far as to make a diss record, that means it's always been him to go up there and tell on whoever get caught. The image worked, you know what I mean? He got his thing off when dude tried to get at him. Everybody looked at it like he up here, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? Now I ain't even gonna say that because I got a lot of good homies in Atlanta that I know stand-up men. You know what I mean? The time we living in, if you're not who you say you are, the universe is going to expose you because everything is digital now. If you are who you say you are, then the universe going to back you up. And that's what it is. And that's what I'm saying. Listen, man, nobody's saying, listen, Unique Maker Audio is not coming on here and telling you to play no tough guy. Right? What Unique Maker Audio is telling you to do, don't break the law, don't go on the street, You know what I mean? If you're on the street, you know that you ain't right, whatever. Even if you right, you get pulled over by the police, play the goofy. I'm going to suggest you play the goofy. You know what I mean? Don't worry about what nobody else think. Play the goofy. Play the goofiest goofy you could think. Because 9 times out of 10, the police that got the jobs, they got the jobs in order to sit there, and now their pride and ego and their machoism done kicked in. And now when they see an aggressive person that normally was taking their lunch money in school, you know, speeding down the road or not having a left tail light, when he pull him over, he's coming out there to get his get back. So you got to let him feel like you one of them lames. You not one of them gangsters that used to take his lunchbox and his lunch money. Because you the one that he going to call backup for. A bunch of other lunchbox having taken officers. And when they get to start putting them leather boots on you, you know what I mean? It get real in the Ville. You know, so don't say I didn't tell you. All right. Now, right? So I thought the transcript was just released by the feds. They said Gucci made no statement, right? The only thing the feds can use is the song, and that's not enough. Pooh will do violation. Nah. Let's stop it. The feds is not going to put in the criminal complaint that RD said he recognized Pooh Shiesty behind the mask. They're not going to put that if they didn't get that directly from Gucci. Just so you understand. So that's a done deal. Gucci made his statements for whatever reason, whether he go through it or not. We already see what the hell he's doing by him making the song because he's doubling down. So we're not going to act like Gucci may not testify. Only way Gucci may not testify is if Gucci snap out of it right now and come back to being the Gucci man we know. And that don't mean getting a Draco and going after Pooh Shiesty. That means sucking it up. Eazy-E and Jerry Heller wanted to go to the police, and Eazy-E told him, now we can't go to the police and report this to the police. We don't do it that way. And he took the loss. And then came the rise of Suge Knight. So y'all say he'll never do it to a white executive. Yo, when a dude in the street, it don't matter what color you are. If you sell me a story and give me a promise and give me your word and shake my hand and you violate that, I'm coming for you, man. And that don't mean I'm coming with a lawyer and a pen. That all the civilians say, yeah, you should have just got a lawyer and a pen. Hell yeah, he should have got a lawyer and a pen. But he from the street, and this is what he know at 26. Now his daddy should know better than tell him, boys, you damn crazy. See, right there, Rob. Let's take a ride. Let's take a ride. Right there, Rob. Right there, his daddy, Rob, should have just snatched him up by the back of his jacket, you know, from he told Big 30 to allegedly get that knapsack, that duffel bag. Daddy should have grabbed him and said, nigga, you crazy? You know what you getting ready to do? You getting ready to send every man in this room to prison. Now sit your little tough ass down and let's set it up where the lawyers meet up. You said you wanted to talk. He didn't want to listen. All right, done with that. The next level is not the Draco, because we all going down for that. But being that Pops didn't, now they're in the situation they're in. Right? At OGs, let's see. When I was growing up, the goal was to escape the streets, not die in them. Exactly. Well said. Not die in them. You know, somebody put a comment up on the joint. Been on here long enough. I'm satisfied with what I've been doing since I've been up here, and I'm ready to go out. Keisha is a boss lady and the brains of the operation these days. Keisha is business savvy and fashionable. Yes, Keisha's 100% civilian, so Keisha has every right to call the police. it should be Keisha's name on the statements, not Gucci Man's name. Keisha got every god doggone right to call the police on them because that's her money. But Gucci's not supposed to be cooperating with her and them with that because he's supposed to stand up on some man time that this is man blood clot business. Sit on and mind your business, girl. I mind name upon this. Remember, I me lay upon you and push my hood up in you. So that means say me are the boss. No, let me anger the boy. I want to anger the boy. Sit on and relax. And then, of course, Keisha told him, why you lose your blood clean, man? We got chat to sir. You know, so your mind look a sop. Sit on, boy, for me chat your box. You know what I mean? And that's where that's at. Just so you understand. Huh? Let's finish this, man.
Met Gucci, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no hate towards him. It's a fucked up decision, like you said, because niggas look at you as Mr. Gravedigger. Yes. What the fuck?
Shit is whack, man.
It is whack.
He almost got me and you up here arguing now.
I'm not arguing with you. You got excited out of nowhere. I don't know. You real mad at Gucci, but I understand.
He's supposed to be.
You vented like, look.
And let the streets down. And let the streets down. Yeah, that shit fucked up the streets.
I seen Honeycomb Brazy vent out. I seen Boosie vent out. I seen everybody vent out. I wanted to
shout out to my nigga Albiel. I seen him say like what you gonna say now? Like I think he said that to Rallo.
Yeah.
And Rallo was like, yo, damn, I gotta like shit. He disappointed. You can't. There's nothing you could say. That nigga looking crazy out here right now.
6ix9ine had something to say.
Come on, man. Like man,
6ix9ine even had something to say. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, bro, everybody come. I understand. I'm a Gucci Man fan too. You think I wasn't upset and didn't think it was a bad move? But then I looked at it like, oh, he turning into a civilian. I'm just keeping it real. That's how I looked at it. Like, if you make this record while these niggas are locked up for this case and you rapping about it, you turned into a civilian.
God, I just need to make sure you was with me. That's all.
I'm not with you. So now I'm a snitch, nigga. I'm gonna make a snitch record or a diss record.
I thought you would never do no shit like that, nigga.
But this is what I'm telling you, though. I'm just saying, like, a lot of rappers are turning into civilians. They might act a certain way and put on his front or act this way. This nigga was active. He was the crazy Gucci. But the time when he was throwing bitches out of trucks, he was really bugging. He wasn't mentally stable.
And yo, a lot of rappers cannot, let me emphasize that, cannot turn civilians if they was gangsters. When you go pull these dudes out the hood and you snatch them up out the hood, you change them from the hood so they have a whole different mentality. But it's still in them that the codes from the hood still exist, so they don't put themselves in the situations to have to violate the codes from the hood. Now, when Gucci Man know that if he was in jail and the tables was turned, right, and it was him in jail and Pooh Shiesty out there, and he tell him to look out for his cousin. He knew that his cousin was getting high before he went to jail, so he knew the responsibility was taken on, but we know you can't tell no man what to do. So right there, in a civilized world, Gucci's not responsible for the unaliving of dude Scar, rest in peace, overdosing. But in Pooh Shiesty's world, take that off the screen till I finish this. In Pooh Shiesty's world, you're responsible because you know the circumstances and the conditions and the agreement we made that you're going to take us to the top and we're going to trust you with our lives. And if anyone try and do anything with you, I know you got the undercover police working with you. What we hear too. Now, when I hear that they had undercover police working, what comes to my mind is all the time that Pooh Shiesty and his crew came to the studio lighting up weed and pulling out guns, if the police is going to turn over any of this footage that I'm sure they got from the cameras, from the studios, that was all right. When Pooh Shiesty came in and said, hold on, let me take this joint out. It's kind of hurting my hip so I can get my diaphragm right to spit this rap. You know what I mean? And then the police see him pull a big ass gun out. You think the police gonna testify to that? They can't. If they have information like that, they must. So this is gonna play out real ugly. They're still building a case, and then a man make a record saying that I went for a business meeting and you pulled the Draco, had me under arrest, and had me sign the contract. I'm going to say it again. And he even said it in his song while I'm saying it, because y'all might not know the history, because obviously he didn't. Jerry Heller was a white man. Jerry Heller and Eazy-E was the CEO. Jerry Heller and Eazy-E never went to the police to press charges on Suge Knight. Challenge me on my words, please. But let me get this thing up here, man. I don't know why I ain't got no, I ain't got my phone number up there, nothing. You know what I mean? Challenge me on what I'm saying. Jerry Heller and Eazy-E never went to the police. Never went to the police on the Suge Knight situation. When what was it? What the other one real good? Ice Cube. When Ice Cube ran up in there with the baseball bat and wrecked the joint in the movie, did they go to the police? Somebody put in the comments. I don't know the answer to that. But I bet you they didn't, because they knew they was dealing with traumatized street triggers that they know they could eat off of, so they had to suck up certain things. Let me let this end so I can get up out of here, man. I got to go eat.
Now he's on medication. She's helping him. Baby, the insurance. All I'm saying is this, right?
Look how he looking at him. I like how he looking at him. Like, hey, y'all, listen, right? Uncle Murder looking at him like, niggas, you crazy? Do you know what you really saying to me? Do you really know who you talking to? But Tony Yayo must be in character, you know what I mean, to play the goofy right now. Because I know Tony Yayo don't believe in that. I'm not even going to think that 50 Cent got him down with him. I heard Tony Yayo say something else that I was going to respond to. I got to find it, where he said that Bobby Smurder was too loyal. How the mother can you be too loyal? When you're on the street, man, it's death before dishonor. So there's not no true anything in that. Your man called you to go on a jukes, you know it ain't right. You tell your man, yo, dog, this don't feel right. Either your man roll out with you on your feeling, or you roll forward with your man on his feeling, and then you both get knocked. You both get unalived. But that's how it is in the hood. That's why I'm telling you, don't go off that sidewalk, because it gets real like that. Look at the dude I just told you about, Mike and Bob. Mike was chilling with his girl. Bob went to rob a girl. Wanted to go rob somebody. Wound up killing a person. Next thing you know, everybody said it was Mike and Bob, because they don't know Bob by himself. They just know Mike and Bob. So the police catch Mike leaving his girl's house 1 o'clock in the morning. Lock him up and said he'd be in charge for the murder, but now you can't tell that it was him, and ain't only one person did it, so they got him. And unless he told on it, then ain't nobody gonna know what's going on. You know what I mean? What up? You being recorded, man. What up?
What's going on? Salute. How you doing, man?
Salute, King.
I'm calling in about the Pooh Shiesty situation. I'm watching it right now, man. Listen, this is my take on it. If you want my opinion, Pooh Shiesty was right about what he did, but at the same time, with Gucci being he is and being in the streets and all that, and you know the situation that he had with Jeezy and all that, I don't think it was necessarily the right thing for him to do, but I'm a civilian, you know, that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Dude, like you said, you a civilian. You know who you are. Gucci been selling to us that he is a mother effing gangster. Right, absolutely. And now when some gangster-ish happen, now he won't run to the police. Somebody make that make sense. I don't care if he's from New York, Atlanta, Miami, Chicago, California, Detroit, you know, Memphis, wherever. They don't do that. Real stand-up anyway. For part of that life, that's not something that you do. And I don't agree with what he did. I think he dropped the charges. I ain't even Exactly. Yo, either take it on the chin and leave it alone. You know, you got a wife and kids and all that. Take it on the chin, dog. Exactly, because like you said, at the end of the day, he's still signed to Gucci either way. So Gucci, it's not really a loss for you. It's still a loss in his eyes. Exactly. doing is not really needed.
Yeah, he still didn't get out the contract, but still, come on, dog. Don't put the boy away for the rest of his life. He's 26. You had him from he was fucking, excuse the language, from he was 18.
Yeah, man, I agree with you, man. He gonna look at a lot of time. You know better than any of us, man.
Yo, you know what that's like, son? That's like Birdman getting Lil Wayne locked up. That's like Birdman. Hey, yo, do anybody think Birdman, if Lil Wayne threw a Draco in Birdman's face, I'm the first one to ask this. If Lil Wayne threw a Draco in Birdman's face, do you think Birdman would do the Gucci Mane?
Nah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. They got too much history with each other, man. That's some sucker coward shit, man. That's some rat bastard troll shit, like you always say, man.
Exactly.
Flip flop wearing in public shit.
You know?
Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. But that's just my take on that pain, Unc. I just wanted to call in and salute you. You know, I've been a big fan of the show since day one. This is actually my second time calling you about a topic. I called you about probably like sometime last year to discuss something you was talking about. I love what you're doing on the channel, man. I'm a huge fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for that cash box to come out now.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to call him when we get off, and I'm going to send him this joint here so that they know. All right?
All right, man.
All right.
No more.
All right, one. All right. So that's where let's get the end of this, because this joint here is disgusting. But thank you, Uncle Murder, for showing that one of us is one of us.
Watches, Richard Millie's, whatever they go. They're not going to go outside until that watch is insured. If you rob Vlad TV and he call the police, he's a civilian.
That's Vlad. Vlad wasn't out there beefing with Young Jeezy and gunning down one Gun Geezy man and saying that, yeah, I did that, I'm goo-wop. Vlad is Vlad. Stop trying to compare these civilians to these men from the street.
Understand that? No, we get that. We get that.
Rolex,
we get Vlad.
Your shit ain't insured. His shit is insured.
Yo, hold up, stop it. Let's talk about that insurance shit real quick, Ron. Listen, I was getting millions on the street myself. I had dudes getting way more millions than me, and ain't none of them insured crap. None of them insured crap. We was all legal, so that's why we didn't do it. Now that y'all legal, y'all want to dip into the legal world and say, I'm going to insure my jewelry. When I brought a Mercedes-Benz, I don't care if I paid $100,000 for it. If I crashed it, I fixed it, or I gave it away. Period. Somebody hit me, I paid them on the side of the road for their car, and I keep it moving and give away the joint that was hit. Because once you got to get it painted again, when the sun hit it, you'll always see where you change that fender and got a different paint than the original paint. My old heads know what I'm talking about is real. We don't do insurance. We take responsibility for our own. If I got my watch, my Rolex on, that means I brought it because I could protect it, not because I need no insurance agency to hold me down. I didn't even get insurance for cars, like I said. Neither did my comrades. When you on the street, you didn't do that. Nowadays, you have to do that. But you get hit, you don't go run to the police. If that person that you hit want to go to the police, you deal with it. Other than that, you try not to even have your name come across their desk, especially just for a car accident. What is it, $5,000 here? All the headache it costs, you go talk about you fighting it. So him talking about, I got insurance, so he had to report it to the police. That's wussy crap. I know you in character, man. Please tell me you in character, Yayo. Please tell us, man, because I like you, so I'm giving you an out. Let the people know that you be in character on the show, because that's how, it's supposed to be. You both can't agree on the same thing and both seem street, because it'll be whack. But what you're saying is entertaining, but hearing it coming from your mouth when I look at you as a official G, you know what I mean, is not sitting right with me. So, I'm sure there's other people that feel this way, whether you care about us or not. I'm just letting you know how we feel about it, that you Tony Yayo down with 50 Cent, dog. And it sounds like you trying to justify, but I understand you trying to paint the other picture from the other side, and that's the way you doing it. And I like it, because I liked it enough to watch this whole video, And And go tune in again, man, to the Real Report. See how many times I said it? Just say, ain't no diss, John.
What I'm saying is he's hanging around people like that now. Rich people. Oh, man.
So that makes it right for him to be a rat?
Supposedly. Got you out of contract, took your stuff. First of all, how you going to the engagement ring, allegedly, if it's taken? What are you going to tell insurance about that with the $50,000?
F insurance. We don't need no insurance. The hell you talking about insurance? Who needs somebody else in their financial affairs? If you can't protect it, don't get it. If you can't defend it, don't get it. That's how you was raised. You know that. Now, when you get up there on the Jay-Z billionaire status, but that's why Jay-Z stay out of problems. You didn't hear Jay-Z try and defend himself and throw Diddy under the bus. He stayed in his lane. I'm watching Jay-Z too, because they're going to come at him next. And I don't hear him calling no names all in the media. I'm watching the real dudes from the street. So you can talk trash because Jay-Z made it out the street. He way over everybody. But you can't talk trash about the way he handling it because he letting them lawyers talk for him. So you got to give him that. And big shout out to my brother, The Haven. You know what I mean? Make sure you go check out The Haven's documentary. You know what I mean? The joint is official. Marcy Maid. All right? Let's keep it 100. That's how I look out for all my peoples, man. And definitely go check out my man, Harlem Legend. I love that kid. Whenever I got anything that I got an issue with, it don't matter what time of day or night I call him, he answer the phone, FaceTime me, share screen with me, and try and help me. That's a real OG, regardless how old his age is. Because he got an old soul, because that's how we do. We look out for each other.
I lost it or I got robbed.
He got a whole lot. You know how the streets go. I know what you said, but he got a whole street.
Thank you.
Street nigga got a whole lot.
Thank you.
I agree, but when his wifey is handling the business for a nigga that was going through mad shit mentally, and now he's fit, he's in shape. Wifey been handling the business, made millions while you was gone. You're gonna take her advice. She could have took your money and blew it. She took your money and doubled it. So he's looking at her like, yo, she held me down, and that's a good woman. But
so that gives him a right to tell? Is that what you're saying? That gives him a right to tell? Somebody let me know what he's trying to say, man. Because I'm real confused now.
For her point of view, I'm looking out for my family. Allegedly, if that happened. The ring got missing. Oh, call insurance. Tell them they robbed you now. Watch missing. Call insurance. Tell them they robbed you now.
Why is
That's
that the
making a
voice?
statement. Because he supposedly made a statement to the state, not the feds. Yeah, supposedly. You know what I mean?
Allegedly.
But allegedly.
Hey, yo, bottom line, when she started saying all that crap, he was to let her know, yo, I don't need to call the police. I don't need to call the insurance company. I know who did it. It wasn't stolen. He took it. Now I'm going to get my get back, or I'm going to leave it alone because we have us together. So I'm going to let him get that and move on with his life. He got his contract. I ain't got to deal with him no more. That's how Eazy-E and Jerry Heller dealt with it. When Dr. Dre had issues with Suge Knight and he wanted out, Dr. Dre told Suge Knight, you can keep all the money. I think the company was worth a couple of $100 million. Dr. Dre said, man, keep the company, keep the $200 million. Just give me my name, Dr. Dre, to move on. And then Dr. Dre showed Suge Knight how he's the real boss. And he came up with the Beats headphones and ran up to the $1 billion packet already. He ate that. Dr. Dre ate that. Gucci Man, that's what happened when you from the street and you get into the record business and you're in the business world. You still have to respect the morals and principles and the codes of the street. But that don't mean that you go crash out because he crashed out. If you ain't got the dumb enough sense to go crash out, then leave it alone. And go on with your life and let him go on with the contract. And that's the end of that. If y'all feel I'm right or wrong, put in the comments, man. Where the comments at? Let me see what's going on over here before I tap out. All right, let's see if I tap out. Hold up. All right. Yayo is what, Fluckery, what do you expect? Nah, son, We ain't gonna go dissing him on my joint like that, but that's your opinion. So we go, so if one of your people backdoored and lined you up for 1 million, Mecca, what are your options? My options is get revenge or leave it alone. That's the only options. Get revenge or leave it alone. There's no third option to go to the police. And if I pay someone to do it, that means that I'm handling it. So it ain't no third option to get somebody to do it, because you get somebody to do it, you just as culpable. Next question. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Howard. I would not be surprised if Shiesty plotted on making Gucci disappear. I would be careful if I was Gucci. That boy about to do life got nothing to lose. He might ride out. Gucci might ride out too and pay for a hit on Shiesty while he on the inside, or pay for a hit on Shiesty daddy while he on the outside. If you want to talk about riding out, it go both ways. That's how real the streets is. That's why I say don't get involved in the street. Next question. Let's keep this moving. All right. 25 million is a lot to throw away for the streets. I respect those who choose that life, but not more than those who were chose by that life. Gucci would be a fool in my eyes to not handle shit legit. And you're entitled to that, Ed OG. But you have to remember, like you said, you respect those who chose that life, but not more than those who chose by that life. Gucci was chose by that life, and he chose to stay in that life. And now that a Draco got thrown in his face, now he don't want no parts of that life. And you telling me you agree with that? I don't agree with Gucci should go crash out. Let's get that right. All right. Oh man, Justin Stevens said, I think in court Eazy-E said signed under duress. That's why Gucci used that line. Okay, so he said Eazy-E did it too, so he followed the blueprint. That's what you say, Justin? Put it in the comments. Next question. Thank you, family. But let's see how we just have our conversations. But I know that they didn't go in no goddamn courtroom to press charges on Suge Knight. That's what I'm talking about. We ain't talking about the civil suit. We talking about money. You know what I mean? That's a whole different ball game when you talk about testifying against somebody. Randall Henshaw. When you in the streets, white girlfriend or not, your first wife was the streets. You took an oath to that. Exactly. And that's the point I'm making. Yo, I had dudes tell me when I first came home and got on YouTube, man, you a sucker. How you gonna choose the streets over your wife and your kids and leave your kids behind and go to jail to take a life sentence to not tell on somebody? Because I wouldn't want them to do it to me, my brother. And they got a bitch named Karma. Next question. Let's keep it moving. All right. Feds run the entertainment industry and record labels. We already know that, dog. Everybody got their hands. You think the record industry is going to get billions of dollars a year and the feds is not getting their cut? What do you think taxes are called? So it's not like the feds are doing nothing illegal. They're getting their taxes to protect them, so when they get robbed with somebody putting a Draco in their face to make them sign a contract under duress, then the feds come out and protect that person. And Gucci chose to use that route, even though he was on the other side. And the question for y'all is, was he right or wrong? Put it in the comments. Next question. That's Pooh Shiesty's fault for leaving witnesses. Good point. And that's what witnesses do. Witnesses shit. Can't blame them. Gotta blame the halfway crook that was shook. Message. Doing dumb shit escalates quick. Yo, Ed OG, I like that comment. Next comment. I love it. I ain't even got to speak on that. He said everything right. You know what I mean? From the street level, that's why I say don't get involved in the street. Don't do none of that. You know what I mean? Don't do none of that. Let's get down here to some of these in the bottom. What do you think about Max B, Regina Conway said? I don't really know enough about that, to be honest, because Max B came in, got out the way, and got on with his life. So I check social media for what to report on, and then I investigate. And Max B was smart enough to just disappear, you know, with the questions of, is he Cypher Truth or not, still in the air, you know? So that's my opinion on that. You want to present right in my eyes, all right? Pooh Shiesty robbed himself out of the rest of his life. Good point. Gucci Mane and his beautiful wife be relaxing on the beach in Jamaica. Exact point. And that's what it is. But Pooh Shiesty is comfortable with where he's at. He's accepting the way he's at because he stood on his morals and principles and went to handle it the way he knew how to handle it. And the people that need to understand that he didn't crash out, that he just went hard, understand. And those are the ones that he's going to be in touch with on the phone. God forbid if they give him 30 years talking to, where they going to let him know you went hard, fam. You know? They ain't going to tell him, yo, you was a damn fool. You could have went about it with the law and got way more than that and would have still been out here with us. But they going to tell him, yo, you went hard, son. Because he did. He went hard. He went hard for what he believed in. He went hard for what he stood for. And that's how real it is.
Right?
Sad.
It's sad.
Doctors got Gucci on pill. Shadow government got him on MK Ultra. Keisha got Obra. Justin Stevens, not even gonna report on that because I ain't gonna front. I like Keisha. I think Keisha did a great job grooming Gucci, but Gucci just need to come out now and stop trying to play tough, making diss songs and just say, yo, I couldn't take the heat no more. I'm done with this life. You know, I'm a civilian now. You know, if somebody do something to me, I'm telling that man put a gun in my face. I'm going to go to the police and get him prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Gucci man, just come out and say it. But you're leaving all this debate when you playing this game like, nah, I'm still Gucci man. No, say it. Gucci man is with Keisha, his wife, tonight, and Pooh Shiesty has a cellmate right now waiting for the doors to pop tomorrow morning. You're 100% right, but Pooh Shiesty is content with the way he handled it. And Gucci's content with the way he's handling it. But Gucci just need to come out and say, yo, this is what it is. We ain't playing tough guy. I got a wife and the kids now. Talk to the kids, Gucci. Take that off the screen. Talk to the kids and let them know, yo, I got a wife and the kids. I got a company. I got a business. I'm not giving that up. And you shouldn't give it up too if you get in this situation. Now, when I was coming up, I was on the street. I lived one way. I had one morals and codes and principle where it was don't tell. But right now, I got to think of my beautiful wife and my children, and I'm going to tell. We respect that. Somebody put in the comments if they wouldn't respect that. You know, just put in the comment. If you my nigga and you pull up with a bump on your face like that, you will, damn, yo, come on, son. Don't do that. Me and my dumb ass read it. My bad for reading it, man. What the F is that? Okay, see how he geeking now. Guess who didn't get, okay. I think you got to separate the streets from business. You do have to separate the streets from business. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But Gucci never separated it until the Draco got in his face and he signed the contract. That's when Gucci wanted to separate from the streets. You know, let's just keep it 100 now. If I'm wrong, put in the comments, man. Next question. Let's get it right. But you right, though, on Demon. You know, Beverly, you're 100. You know, next question. I don't know why it taking so long. They must be falling asleep. This technically is at its best. You can be given the death penalty for littering in this dimension. I don't get that. Him putting a Drake on a dude's face and them allegedly barricading the door is not like littering. You know, I got to keep it 100. You know, we ain't going to downplay it. But I'm just saying Gucci projected himself as someone from the street, so that's what it is. Birdman cut his brother off till he was a rat. That's what I'm saying. When you stand for something, you stand for it. Next question. All right. People more worried about Gucci than the snake shit that he did to him. But what do you call the snake shit he did to him? Because we don't know how the contract read. We know the way he handled him when he was in jail, you know, not even going to see him, where this was the first time that he saw him. So, of course, he was going to put the Draco in his face. You ain't even come see me for my first day out. And I done made you all that money with that record, and you ain't even come see me. I had to call you to tell you I want to sit down. No, nigga, you should have been at the prison gate with my bank book explaining what's going on. It said, guess who didn't get arrested? The mama. The mama wasn't in the studio, dog. Don't do that. I like the mama. Don't do that. Don't do that. She representing her family, man. If somebody breaks into your house and you call the police, are you a rat? Yeah. Yeah, if you in the street and somebody listen, man, listen. We ain't gonna play this stupid ass game y'all playing. I feel like a clown now. Now I'm getting ready. Take this shit off the screen. Take this shit off the screen. They didn't need to see me. Take all that off. Screw the number and everything. You know what I mean? Screw the number. Right? Let me take it off myself. Banners. I'm getting this number off. I gotta talk to y'all right now. Yo, listen, man. I was living uptown in the Bronx by the Whitestone. And I just came home, this 88. I got my new M3, all that. I'm staying in a private 2-family house up there. I got one side, they got one side. I'm bringing this little cutie up there with me. I like to spend time with her. She brought her baby with her. She used to call her cousins that live across the street in the projects. They'll walk over there and help her bring the baby carriage home and all that. And I didn't know she was calling these dudes. I just came home, so I was a little slow. You know what I mean? I take that. So she calling them, and one day I pull up in the driveway and I see the door open, and I grab my joint out and I run in the little, you know, in the little townhouse. And when I run up in the joint, I see all my stereo parked up at, you know, at the side of the door. You know what I mean? And they ran out the front door and got out and got away. You know, I had an idea who did it. You understand what I'm saying? But being that they never came out and said they did it, I didn't need to have to go look for them to set an example, because they wasn't out there bragging that they did it. And I want to continue to elevate. But at the same time, when that happened, I never called the police to tell the police they broke in my house. And they got away with some money and jewels. I never called the police. But the little bit of money and jewels they got, I didn't care about that. I wasn't going to risk my freedom. Just like I don't understand why you're saying Gucci shouldn't risk his freedom. I'm not going to risk my freedom for that. But I wasn't going to call the police. Would you call the police? Put in the comment and let me know where you at. All right. Yo, you know what? I'm ready to get up out of here, man. I'm tired of this. I'm really getting angry. We even having this conversation and being stupid. All right.